All too often, justice is denied for our girls, especially our girls of color. So often our girls are told that they are a distraction or that they have a bad attitude, when in fact across the country, Black girls are the group that is the most likely to be criminalized at literally every single stage of our lives. Beginning in preschool, Black girls are most likely to be suspended. Preschool. This is not an inequity. This is a crisis.
PUSHOUT refers to the policies, practices, and conditions that render young people vulnerable to contact with the juvenile court or criminal legal system in the future. We know that young people who experience extraordinary traumas and other disruptions in their lives are at greatest risk of school pushout.
For me, pushout manifested in my 9th grade year of high school. That year, I was homeless, my mother had moved halfway across the country, and I had to fend for myself and my sister. During that time period, I missed a lot of school. And instead of stopping to ask why or figure out the root cause of my truancy, teachers, administration, and faculty alike disciplined me, put me in ISS, put me in detentions, and then threatened me with truancy and threatened to take me to court. That completely affected my 9th grade year. My grades slipped, my extracurriculars weren't as fun anymore, and I had no motivation to continue in high school. I've lived in over 15 cities, and I know that this happens to girls everywhere.
As someone who's been directly impacted by the criminal injustice system, I am personally dedicated to reforming our system to one that makes good on the American promise of justice for all. When we discipline and detain our girls, we fail to see their humanity. We fail to see the trauma, the violence, and abuse so many of them have experienced. And that is why today I'm introducing the Ending Punitive, Unfair, School-Based Harm that is Overt and Unresponsive to Trauma Act, also known as the Ending Pushout Bill. This bill is aimed at dismantling the school-to-confinement pipeline by creating an ecosystem within our schools where all our children, especially children of color, can heal and can thrive.
The Ending Pushout Bill is an opportunity for us to explore how we can respond to the traumas, how we can engage young people in the co-construction of their learning, and how we can facilitate a space where educators feel supported in their capacity to provide the guidance and learning that our young people need to become the effective scholars we know they can be.
The federal government must address this crisis with the urgency that it deserves. We must continue to fight to develop policies that intentionally work to make all people whole. It is our responsibility as lawmakers to work in partnership with community to develop holistic solutions that actually deliver justice. And that is exactly what we did with the People's Justice Guarantee and exactly what we did with the Ending Pushout Act, which begins to codify some of the tenets laid out in our bold progressive vision for a more just and humane criminal legal system.